Hello and welcome to Cutter Builds. We're back with another episode of Satisfactory, and today we're going to be, we're going to be doing some exploration, but we're going to do a lot of the Tier 8 research unlocks, hopefully. We finished up at Tier 7 at the end of last episode, so I'm excited to kind of keep moving down the chain there. And last time we set up this wonderful little aluminum facility here up in the, I don't even know what they call this, the Red Forest. And I realized after the episode that we had not set up sufficient production for our silica. So I've expanded this off camera a little bit last night. When I was checking on things, you can see I've got a huge silica line running in now, and we had to double up the production over here of our aluminum ingots. We were also way under on that, and doing that has now kept all of these machines running efficiently. They don't start and shut down all the time, and as you can see, we're not seeing anything filter into this awesome sink anymore. I'm gonna actually tear it down because there's just no need for it. We're using up perfectly all of our aluminum, so as long as we don't lose power or anything, we should be good to go. The truck station has been running great. I've been running this truck with fuel instead of, I think on the other ones we're still using the solid biofuel, so we want to get off of fuel here hopefully soon. I don't know if we're going to work on that this episode or not, but what we're going to do is run right back over here to the base real quick, and I want to go ahead and hit some of these unlocks. And you know what? Right in the power lines there is all well and good, but I think we can actually get there a little bit faster by running and jumping here. Plus that noise is enough to drive me crazy sometimes. As long as I don't get run down by a truck here, we should be good to go. And I think I've seen that there's some hard drives over to the side here. If we bring this up, there's definitely some more hard drives over there, which is what I think we want to be focusing on today after we get the research moving. So let me just run down the line here real quick. This moving between bases thing is no fun. I do also want to get a train going soon, so I think today is going to be focused on research. I've got my goals over here on the to-do list on the side. I've got all the materials lined up for the area nautical engineering, so I also do want to set up at least one drone port just for the fun of it. In hindsight, if we hadn't needed the aluminum to get that unlocked, this would have been a great use for drones to bring stuff back and forth across the chasm there, rather than having to do everything the hard way and build a giant bridge. So let's see what we can do here to get these unlocks moving. I've also finished off Caterium. I don't even remember what was in here. I think it was a, I don't know, switch. We've got mycelia finished off, which there was a grenade in here that I hadn't done yet, and so on and so forth. So now we're working on turbo fuel. I got everything for, so we're going to get turbo fuel unlocked. This is going to let me completely rethink how we're doing our fuel power at some point. And then I can get
turbo fuel unlocked.
Rocket fuel.
This upgrade to regular fuel is optimal for fuel-powered generators, jetpacks, and fulfilling long-distance trucker fantasies.
So I think that is just by the nature of the name. I think this is going to have a lot more fuel than regular fuel. So the other reason that I need to get some hard drives is so that we can continue to move forward on this research and just get better and better fuels unlocked. These are all going to require the more advanced components, and then I did get the extra 6 slots unlocked here. So we're in a pretty good spot. I have one hard drive available for scanning in my inventory, which means I could try to go for one of these, but I don't know what those little bottles are. Let me see. I would probably make those over here. Actually, let's get this going while I'm thinking about it.
Milestone reached. Drones provide automated low-capacity aerial transport between drone stations. Stations need to be supplied with any kind of fuel for the drones to function. Fix-It had several restrictions in place prohibiting creative use of drones. I have since removed those because I think no pioneer would ever misuse Fix-It property right under their noses. Especially since everything is recorded.
All right, so now I can make a drone port, which is pretty big. And then we can construct drones. So I need these radio control units can use any fuel type. So can drones use fuel rather than batteries now? That would be new. But we're going to need more of those radios to do anything with that. I am kind of curious. I don't know what I'm going to use them for, but I'm going to bust out 12 of these radio control units just to have them in my inventory in case we decide that we need to toss down a drone control port somewhere. And actually, I'm thinking about it. I'm going to need 10 for each port, so I'm going to need a port on each end of whatever I'm trying to do, and then one for an actual drone. So we're going to go ahead and get 21 of these? Question mark? I'm trying to do math. This is one of those recipes where I really need to get crystal oscillators set up. It's the one thing that I still craft by hand at that previous tier. Otherwise, I could just very easily set up a manufacturer to bust these out behind the scenes, since it seems like I'm going to need a few of these. But that's one of the reasons why today's goal is to identify a new location to build our mega base. Because right now I'm tired of having to run around to all these different satellite locations to get certain resources. And I think that having everything in a single satellite base is going to be the way to go. Let's see, I just crafted these. They can come in here. And my ammo situation is not too shabby. I think I've got everything I need in my inventory for a little bit of an adventure. We don't have any inhalers. Let me see about crafting a few of those real quick before we set out on our adventure. We've got plenty of materials. Never leave home without them. What is this? Iodine infuser. This is for the new hazmat suit. Do I have the stuff for this? Rubber? Fabric. I can make fabric. Let me make a couple of these. And do these completely replace... This is just radioactive particles, not toxins. Okay. But it's using my gas filters, so hang on. We got to be careful with this. I need coal and fabric to do that as well. Well, I'm going to need some fabric to make the hazmat suit. I think I've got all the stuff for that. Question mark? Biomass. I can get biomass. Look, right here. All right, that's good. 40 fabric should do it. We need a hazmat suit because a lot of the places that we've been finding hard drives lately have been radioactive, and that's been kind of a hassle. So a hazmat suit's going to go a long way towards keeping us safe. Hey, Livin, how's it going there in chat? Always good to see you, man. We're going to be doing a little bit more exploration today, which is probably going to result in me dying a lot, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right, I need one hazmat suit. Wow, 50. I'm glad I made more than I thought. For some reason, in my head, I only had 20 as a requirement. That's okay. We've got the hazmat suit. And I don't have any more coal, but we'll hang on to all of this materials, obviously. Body. So this should go on the body? Yes. That's good at least. We don't have to swap out an existing piece of equipment. And then I'm just going to dump some of this other stuff over here to free up some inventory. Got a stack and a half of this. Yeah, I think we're good. I'm not too worried about having a full inventory for this. I think we'll be good. And I gotta find a better way to get into this edit menu. I've got this research now. I didn't want to forget about it, is why I put it on the list. And then we've got drones unlocked, but I do want to build the drone setup here somewhere. I don't know why, I don't know what we're gonna need, but we're gonna find a spot to put this down. It's got a open view of the sky. Maybe up here we'll toss this down. And that way, if I find something that I want to send back over here, we're gonna be able to do that really easily. So let's get rid of that for a second. Drone port. Wow, it's huge. What am I encroaching on? Oh, the whatchamajigger. I love this jetpack thing. It's so nice, the hover pack. Can just float around and figure out what I want to do without being all tied to a fuel source. That fits nicely in a 3-wide setup. So let's toss that down. I just want to see. Yeah, I can put them right up against each other in the future. That's good to know. And I don't know what kind of a power requirement this is going to have. Let me just hook it up. I don't like that at all. Alright, we'll put it over here. And then I'll run this one down. That'll look a lot better. Alright, drone port Arlanda. Main base. At least for now. And this port, all ports. Outgoing, incoming. Yeah, I guess we're gonna need another one set up. Can I drop? I can drop regular fuel in there. Okay. Well, that's good to know. We're gonna go ahead and pull some more fuel out of the quantum inventory here. And that's because, well, A, we're going on an adventure and I want to make sure I have enough, but that way it'll upload some more and I can drop a little bit down in this truck depot to keep the aluminum flowing while we're gone, because this thing has been not backing up, but going through quite a bit. I've got my other trucks shut off here before the stream because I was not worrying about what they were doing, and I didn't want them to run out of fuel. So we're going to re-enable the autopilot here and just let them go to town on making sure we keep the base all stocked up with resources. We've been running this factory quite well for a while now. I think you'll figure it out. And why is this guy way down here? I feel like the dude that walks around, I forget what the stupid alien things are called, but they push my trucks all over the place. Is this guy empty? Nah, whatever. He'll figure it out. Alright, that's enough goofing off, folks. We need to get on to the adventuring part of things. And like I said, we are looking for hard drives over here. I know that I saw at least a couple, and we just didn't have the resources with us at the time. So now we're going to head on out there and make use of it. I could probably unlock nuclear power as well with the materials that I have right now, but I didn't want to wait around for another minute for the shuttle to get back. So we're gonna just head on out here and start the adventure for the hard drives. Now, I just saw one on our way over here. I think that I pick it up somewhere right in this area. So we're gonna, yeah, get a fix on it and see if we can track that down. Alright, we've ran past this one enough times. I better grab it. Oh dear. And we've got the wrong jetpack on. Okay. Let's fix that real quick. go. Getting a fix. It's almost certainly on top of stuff. All the hard drives are been on top of things. I haven't found one in a cave or anything yet. It's the slug when we find them. And there we go. We've got a nice clearing here full of parts. Uh-oh. One down. Oh, out of ammo. Come on. Yeah, I wasn't expecting 3 of them. Oh, hey, gas filters. That's actually what we needed. I'll take it. Yeah, I find also hunting for hard drives is a great way to get your hands on a handful of materials that are usually pretty useful. There we go. Another hard drive. We should probably slap a MAM down and get that researching. I had one in my inventory when we looked at the MAM earlier, and I just didn't even think about hitting the button. I should have all the resources necessary here, though, to drop one down. Just finish picking that stuff up. I thought I heard another slug or something. MAM. Yeah, this is the thing with hard drives that I have not done a great job of, but keep scanning them, keep it moving, and see what recipes you can get unlocked. I've been lucky. I've gotten a handful of really good recipes pretty early on. Oh, and I've already got a fix on another one. I'll take it. Slug right there in front of me. I'm gonna get yeeted off of this thing by this hog. Nope, not quite. Oh, there's a fancy rock here. Do I have these? I should have built some more of these. Oh, and that's where I'm going right there. Whoa. All that for a little piece of copper. I was hoping for something cooler. Where is this thing? There it is. I missed my homing ammo. Alright, open drop pod needs 60 megawatts. Power. What does one of these do? 30. I guess I can just toss down a couple of these. Needs more space. Alright, and man, I did not bring very much of this. Yes, I know. Wait. How is 30 and 30 not equaling 60? Maybe it's just the startup cost. There we go. Now I have 60. Now we can pull the door. It's always weird when stuff like that happens. And we're off. Let's find the next hard drive thing. I forgot to get... Oops. Don't replace that. Let's put this down here. We're going to get rid of the wire writer. And already another hard drive on the scanner. Well, we're just doing great today. There's a ton of them down here. Not going to make it up the side of this cliff, am I? Not so much. Up we go. Oh, there it is. Well, this is a lot easier than I was expecting it to be. I don't have a set number of hard drives in mind, whoops, that I'm looking for today, but let's at least clear the ones we can find easily. Oh, it's a bigger one with horns. All right. Knocking it out. Oh, we need some of those. No requirements. I always like when they're the easy ones to get. I don't have to think about the requirements.
The hard drive contained both data and the soul of this freighter. Disconnecting it has destroyed the soul, but the data can be analyzed in the MAM, so everything is okay.
Okay. That's actually mildly disturbing. I love it, working with Ada. I'm just looking around to see if I've missed any other parts on the ground like that. Perfect. And back into here. Oh, I thought I had one for a second, but it was probably just... Oh, yeah, I do. Well, look at that. We're just going to keep going then. Hear a slug. It's probably up on this thing. Yep. We're finding all kinds of stuff. I'm really curious to see what sort of recipes we get. Oh, it's right up on top of that hill. I wonder if I can make it across this gap on one pack of fuel. Was that a sloop? No, it's a berry. Oh yeah, no problem. Oh, we almost didn't make it to the top, though. Pick up all the goodies. So many goodies. Whoa! You know, I should just assume that there's going to be a monster by every one of these. But I keep letting my guard down. Gotta stop shooting once it's already dead. I don't have that much ammo. I don't want to run out of ammo on our adventure. That's probably when we'd have to turn around. I've got quite a bit in my dimensional storage, though. Copper sheets. We got that. I gotta keep an eye out for when the hard drive finishes. Oh, can I get the achievement for this right now? Am I close enough? Oh no, I'm not fast enough. He came right by this pier, though. I wonder what his loop is. Oh boy. I hate the camo ones. Taking all kinds of damage. Got another hard drive on the radar here already, though, so we're gonna just keep moving. There it is, right down there. Try and bounce on the beam. Alright, let's see what we can find. I can hear it already. Something's trying to attack me. Copper sheets, there he is. Say, there it is, like there isn't going to be more than one. Oh, there's another one. Okay. Let's pick up these parts and get on with the hard drive. My biggest fear is that we're going to forget the hard drive one of these times. Just kind of move on and go look for something else. Because we got so distracted by picking up all the loots. Which we've been getting pretty good loots, so I can't complain. I think we're good. I can hear something trying to come eat me, which is always terrifying. Let's see, nothing on the scanner now. I'm gonna head this way just a little bit to see if we pick anything up. I could also be checking for like Mercer spheres and sloops and stuff, but I find, generally, for myself at least, it's easier to just hunt for one thing at a time unless I'm going to use a third-party map or something to see what's nearby. Get rid of that static noise for a second while we get to higher ground. And so if I'm constantly switching to look for different things, I get very easily distracted. I'm going to go up here. Oh, I do see a Mercer Sphere. When I see it right out in the open, you can't help but go get it, but I can't turn down all this mycelium. Nice. There's my Mercer Sphere. No cool quest text or anything. And we've got another hard drive already on the radar here. I hear the sound of something alien-y. Alien-y? Is that even a word? Is it up in that tree? Oh no, it's right over here. That thing is still alive. The spiders are fighting the other aliens. Would you look at that? That's actually kind of fascinating. Where is the actual hard drive box, though? Spider behind me. Okay, that's stressful as always. What is attacking me? Trying to pick up all the goodies here. Is that it? I don't know if that thing's dead or alive, but it's scary. Alright, hard drive. It's up in the tree. Of course it is. That's why I can't find it anywhere. But I can't quite get that high. Is there no ledge on this thing anywhere? Alright, let's see if I can find a higher vantage point to start my jump up there. There we go. What does that need? A turbo motor. I don't even think I can make turbo motors yet. Unless it's one of the things that I just unlocked. Well, that's unfortunate. We're going to put a symbol down here. And what symbol am I going to use for these? This chest symbol, maybe? And I'm going to put it right here in the middle of the tree. Can I give it a name? I can't even click on it. Okay, well, we at least know where it's at. Even if we can't quite open it right now. And there's a Mercer Sphere right in front of me, so I'm gonna try and grab that real quick before this thing doesn't attack me. The base is back that way. Need to get far enough away from this thing to find other hard drives, so I'm gonna head down this way. I think I see one way over there. Let's do that. There's one right here. And then there's another one over there. Yeah, I think we'll have a pretty good handle on our hard drives for a little bit once we get this one. These couple that I can see. Oh, that's a big guy. Yes, I see you. I want the computers. These. Those. I want all the stuff. I just don't want to waste any more ammo on fighting you. Ouch. Okay, I don't see anything else cool down here. I think the next hard drive I saw was up there. There might have been one right over there, too. Let's try and keep our height. We gotta keep our height up. Oh, some of the items fell down here, it looks like. Cut across to this cliff, hopefully. And then back over to here. At least if I miss, I can land on this little cliff. There's some ugly monsters up there, though. We're gonna land here anyway and get these computers and stuff. Not that I'm not making a bunch of computers now. Reloading. Okay. Plastic. Handle plastics.
Fix-It engineers experimented with soft drives, but the prototypes all went missing. They were later located in the toilets, being used as towels.
What? So disturbing. Alright, let's heal up. And we'll do one more if we find it on the way back here. I want to see if this area down below had one. I'm not gonna listen to that the whole time, though. Just gonna grab that slug, but I don't want to deal with the horned hog. Maybe we'll go down and grab the Mercer Sphere, though. Oh, big spider. Drives. We haven't been to this part of the map before, this desert area. It's got more space. We could definitely build out in an area like this. I don't know that it's the most hospitable, though. Seems to be a lot of rude creatures out and about. Oh, there's another crash site there that we can grab after we get this Mercer Sphere. Oh, it's like a big one and a baby one. Run away! There's so many of them. Oh, this needs 100 megawatts of power, which means I have to actually clear it. So I can set up a power infrastructure. Okay. Ooh. That was a lot. Now this thing said 100 megawatts, I think. So let me pick up all the stuff. And then we're gonna slap down, is that 4 of these bioreactors? I don't think I've got enough biofuel for that. Alright, we've got all the goodies. 100 megawatts. Okay, that's okay. Let's see about, can I toss down one of these? I don't think this is gonna let me put packaged fuel into it though. Let's find out. No. It's worth a try. Do I have any coal? I've got compacted coal. I could put down one of these. Oh, but this requires water. Biomass it is then, folks. 2, 3. And we need to... Nope. I guess I can just drop one in each of them by doing it this way. They only burn fuel when they're being drawn from. Okay, and hooking up on the hard drive. Of course, we got the wrong size pole. Opened. I love it. Well, at this point, we've been going for about a half hour on getting hard drives, and we're up to... How many are we up to? Hard drives. I've got 7 of them here that we're tossing into our inventory. Got a few Mercer spheres, so we're doing pretty good. I think we're going to go back up to the base and keep this research moving. And we'll start looking at what we want to do to set up a new mega base where we're going to bring all of our materials in and start handling it that way. On the way back, though, it doesn't hurt. Oh, we've got another hard drive. Doesn't hurt to hop up here and grab the hard drive, though, right? If I can figure out how to get out of this desert. I think we're going to go this way. That's the only downside to some of the exploration is you end up on the floor of some of these canyons, and there's just no great way to get back up to the top without going all the way around to one of a handful of entrances. Get rid of the scanner while we're out of range. Makes that terrible static noise. Oh no. We lost our juice. Man, getting that upward momentum is really hard from a stop. Alright, here we go. Getting height. This will let us jump over onto the mainland, finally. Oh, we made it. Oh dear. I was not expecting that. That was a rather wide opening. There should be a hard drive right over here. We didn't go that far out of our way. There we go. Straight ahead, it says. Where should be? I'm sure there's going to be something down here to attack me. This one's a little bit earlier game. That's lower tier items. Needs 10 megawatts of power. All right. Let's get that tossed down then. Once again, good to go. Headed back towards the base. Let's not overextend ourselves, though. There we go. Alright, I think we've probably gotten all of the hard drives in the immediate area. Checking to see if there's anything else interesting right here before we get back. I've ran through a good chunk of this area over time. Is that a Mercer sphere up there? Looks like a Mercer sphere. Well, we might as well check that out, I suppose. Oops. It is a Mercer sphere. Can I get up there with a single set of fuel, though? I'm guessing no. Can I land on this? I could, but not enough to stop and get my fuel. Oh, just caught the lip of something.
Follow the veins to the altar and chant.
Awesome.
I have a question.
Sing your song.
Can you explain what a temple is?
A temple is a vessel body, each a knot in our tapestry. Temples are root, vein, and organ. Temples are our shallow bones and our shallow windows.
I think I understand, but how do you maintain them?
The builder blood grows and kills and distributes.
Like fungus in a forest.
Like fungus in a forest.
Okay, then. Let's see what we got. I don't remember seeing the message, but I probably just missed it. Our hard drive scan is done. Quick wire state ores. That looks interesting. I would use Caterium, but I did pick up a recipe for alternate the iron pipes, which would make it even easier to make. So I don't know. I kind of like it. I'll grab it. We've got so many hard drives now that wasting a couple isn't going to be a problem. So we'll get that started. I don't think I really... I don't know. Maybe we'll grab one of those. How many Mercer spheres do I actually have? 9, 10. We'll do one more of the... Oh, I can't do more research while that's going. All right, scratch that. We will just clean this stuff up. Man, I got so much junk in my inventory now, which is good, I suppose. Let's go drop some of it off. I just hate throwing resources away, even though we're making most of this stuff at this point. The only thing that I really stress out about, though, is our fuel situation. We need to get the logistics set up for that. Maybe that's a great use for our drones. We could use that to bring not just fuel, but plastic and rubber back from the refinery, which is a fair ways away by truck, but wouldn't be that far from a direct flying perspective. So we're going to do it. Where's the... There should be a computer up here somewhere. No? I guess I can just interact with it from anywhere. How do I build a drone? Do I do it from this menu? I do. drone. Alright, now I have a drone that I can't interact with directly, but I can interact with the drone port. And then what I need is... it's not that much inventory. What I need to do is go build another drone port over at the other base. Do I have all the stuff? I do. So we'll get that set up in just a second. I am checking to see if I've got anything I can drop out of my inventory here. Rotors. Oh yeah, I can get rid of a whole stack of rotors here if I want. Motors is probably all stacked up. Yeah, look at all those motors. Remember when motors were the thing that was holding me back? Not so much. Picked up a ton of stators, which I don't need either. I think all my stator production is completely maxed out as well. I suppose I can always upload a couple stacks just in case that ever changes. And I'm all good on heavy modular frames, so we can drop these off. And encased beams I can also drop off if I need to. That's the storage. Man, alright, I think we're good, folks. I don't need to worry too much about the rest of this. We can sort it out at a later time. Let's get our parachute going and go set up a drone port and see if we can figure out how this works. It's going to be exciting. I never got far enough in the previous updates before 1.0 in Satisfactory to try out drone ports. They've been in the game for a little while, but I just never got around to experimenting with them, so this will be exciting for me, especially since I can use any fuel type to send them back and forth. Curious to see how long it takes a drone and how much fuel to go back and forth from the refinery down here to the base. I still want to tear down all of this base, but there's just so much fuel and other resources stacked up there that I've been holding off until we get to a point where I've got logistics set up from our main refinery here. Part of me wants to build a train in the next few episodes as well. I think trains could be a lot of fun to play around with. I have very briefly played with trains in the past, but I never got into building any kind of massive infrastructure for them or anything. Now, there's my fuel setup. So what I was thinking is if I was going to do drones, I would either do it back over there, or I would do it up here. And I think up here makes more sense because this is where I'm bringing all my other materials. And I could just pipe that fuel, or belt it right up here, and have that come into the drone port as well. Now, I'm wondering if I want to do more than one drone port over time here. So I'm going to start this one off. Which way is it facing? This way. I'm going to start this one off here. Perfect. And then I can always expand and build one more to the side of it here if I want to bring different resources back and forth. Where's a good power pole? We'll do that. All right. This is going to be refinery. I'm trying to think what we're bringing into the refinery here. I'm going to put a stack of fuel here to start me off. And from the refinery, I want to go to the main base and then relevant ports, main base. Oh, I can like hit multiple. So this would create a loop now. So from the refinery, I go to the main base, and then from the main base, I come back here. Transfer all stacks. I'm trying to figure out how this actually works. I don't have anybody here right now. Do I need to have multiple drones, or is that drone? Oh no, the drone is coming. Okay, well let me figure out what I'm bringing back with me. I mean, plastic is the thing that makes the most sense, I think, to get going right away. So let me bring some plastic in. Where did my drone? Oh, there's the drone. He's coming right now. Oh no. That was pretty quick. Let's see. All right, last fuel type was fuel. I want to see how much of this fuel the drone uses up while it's refueling here. It used 17 fuel to get over here. And it only took half of what's in the drone port. I wonder if I could have a drone at each drone port and then like they're always switching with each other. If I can assign multiple drones from different areas to come back. It's going to move 3.14 stacks per minute, which would be 2, 4, 6, a little bit more than 600 per minute this way. That's not bad. Okay. Well, we could do that, or we could... Do I want to run both multiple materials in here or not? I don't have enough of the radio control units to do a second one just yet. Thought I had a crafting bench set up right here. That must be the other base. Let's get one of those tossed down real quick. I'm gonna set down a second one of these, and what I think I want to happen is have 2 different drones bringing materials back to the main base. One's gonna bring plastic, one's gonna bring rubber. I just don't know if I'm gonna need like that much of each of those materials, but we've got the fuel here to handle it. Hey, how's it going, Denise? I need, was it 10 of these to build a drone port? I want to see how multiple drone ports are going to work real quick. So I also didn't see a way to set this up for unloading versus loading. Like, I think it's going to take everything that it picks up here and drop it off at the next one. And then it's going to come back here and... I don't know. We're about to find out, though. And what happens when it can't drop anything off? Is it going to just drop that off at the next location? We're going to take the dimensional depot down real quick. And we're going to run the fuel over to here. Come on now. Right there. I'm gonna put the dimensional depot for fuel down. I'm gonna change my mind a million times, like always. We're gonna put the dimensional depot for fuel down right here. And then we'll split into that. Well, I don't understand why I don't get the lines for my blueprints sometimes. It's not quite straight, but it'll do. Run this all the way down here. Hoping I can squeeze it in between these two like this. That's our fuel door. Perfect. Now I've got fuel. It looks like the drone just came by a second time, so we should be good to go. And we should see packages of fuel coming in. Let me just check now and see how fast are we producing this. 40 per minute, so that should be more than enough to handle these drones, especially if I place down 2 drone controllers or drone ports. It doesn't tell me fuel for the last trip because there's no drone there at the moment. Interesting. Well, hopefully I've got enough materials now. Oh, I don't have enough foundations. Perfect. This is going to need to change so that I can actually fuel both of these easily from the same run. I knew as soon as I put this crafting bench down that it was going to be in a bad spot. Alright, we're doing that, and then we're going to do splitters. Before I do that, what if I'm gonna run these? I just want to make sure that I'm not gonna be clipping too close. Something like that. Alright, all the monkey business done. We're gonna name this refinery rubber. then that should start filling up with fuel. Perfect. This one's filling up with fuel, and then I just need to figure out, this is the output. We don't have any outputs, so all I gotta do is run this right up into there. Awesome. So I got the rubber filling in. I've got the plastic filling in. Let's see if we can figure out how to do our ports. So main base has a destination of refinery. This port has a destination of main... Okay, this port has a destination of main base. This port has a destination of main base. Now, how does this work to get to the next thing? Oh, sorry, got a message from somebody I gotta reply to. Alright, we're back. How are we gonna do this, folks? So, if I have a destination of main base, but my status here is not happy, I'm gonna need another drone that comes here. So I can't have multiple things dropping in one port. Unless I could pipe the incoming out and back in the other side. But that's not going to work because things are going to get filled up. I was hoping to not have to have a dedicated port matchup on each side. Because like with trucks, I can run multiple trucks into the same destination if I want, and then just filter the items out on the other side. Same with train stations. This says no drone. Do I just need to build a drone? Is it that simple? Transport drone. Okay. This port. Refinery rubber is going to main base. Refinery is going to main base. The status is not a check here because I don't think that they're set up as proper loops. I am going to be curious to head back up to the main base now and play with this from that end because we have this all set up correctly, I think. And we've got plenty of fuel stacking up and going into both sides here. I'm gonna need 4.29 per minute. Yeah, we got plenty of fuel. So I'm gonna top that off and we'll get up there. Should not have jumped in the water. Let's ride some rails. It's gonna be way quicker than walking, I think. If only I would fix these poles so that when I ride by, they're not at wonky angles. And I guess you've got to have an angle from some direction when you've got multiple lines coming off of one pole, but we'll just have to get good at line jumping. Alright, I am excited about getting these drones working. I'm just not sure we're quite there yet on them working correctly unless I'm not understanding that we can't have two different resources going into one drone port. That's what I'm curious about. I mean, I could certainly mix the resources on this end too, and once we get to a point where the drone is catching up, I'm just worried that we'll get starved out of certain resources because of how fast we're producing things, where I'd rather have a dedicated drone for each resource. Almost missed that one. My line riding skills are getting better. I've got a drone in a hovering pattern up there. Let's switch to this backpack. Okay, this port. This port is full. What happens if I empty it out? That was the plastic drone. We'll set up a proper line here in a second. I just want to make sure. I want to make sure I'm putting the plastic in the plastic container. There we go. That's my quick wire. Wow, we're out of quick wire? What happened? I can't possibly be out of quick wire. Oh, here we are. It's coming over here. What are we making over here again? High-speed connectors, that's right. Okay. The second drone for rubber is coming in for a landing now, finally. I believe that's what this is. And what we're curious to see is after it drops the rubber off, is it going to go back empty and pick up rubber at the other facility here or not? Because that's what I'd like it to do. It is. Okay. So this does work how I thought it would work. In fact, it works even better. I don't want... Well... Man, I guess I need to see if this is going to come back with rubber again. So, the drone... Yeah, so the drone, each drone port has an assigned drone to it. I see. So I don't want the drone built at main base. I want the drones built at the spots where we're going to be bringing the materials back from. That's what's going on here. And then I can drop everything here. The only reason I would want this to have anything is if I was exporting something from here. So this port, I'm going to clear this out once I make sure that it's working the way I think it's working. And both of those drones don't come back with plastic this time. That'll be the real tell. Some rubber in there. This thing is still cranking out modular engines slowly but surely. How many do we have? Quite a few. Alright, so I won't need multiple of these, which is good. I can pipe this out of here and then split that to where it needs to go with a smart splitter. So let me get this started. Logistics. Smart splitter. I'm going to bring this out a ways. And we're going to have... Which side is an input here? The back side is the input. So we're going to have out of this side come the rubber. Good. Let's do this before I hook it up and we get a bunch of stuff. Out of the left side is going to be rubber. Out of the front side is going to be plastic. Okay. And then this is going to be weird. Out of the right side, we're going to do overflow. And I'm going to feed that right back into the station. No, that's a bad idea. I thought it'd go into the same inventory. It's a whole different inventory. Okay, which is landing now? This is the refinery. What's it gonna dump off? That's my rubber. Okay, so this worked exactly how I thought it would work. Main base is no destination. So refinery... So I need to rename that one to Refinery Plastics so that I know, but they're both gonna bring here. Main base doesn't bring anything back. Will this guy wait until he's emptied, or is he gonna take off again here in a second? Is what I don't know. I think he's gonna wait till he's empty. I need to run my plastics down to over there. Let's see if I can bring that straight down through the ceiling. You know what? I don't even need this storage here anymore. What we can do is bring the plastics all the way to the edge here. Let me see. We might have to shift them one side. I don't know, I'll shift them one to this side. We're gonna find a nice spot to bring them through the floor here. Right there. Conveyor lift floor. Oh, I can put it right in the middle. I didn't think I could for some reason. It's awkward, but we'll do it. Bring the plastic straight over here. Oh, I love this hover mode thing. And then it's going to come out to the edge here. Bring it straight out here to this edge. And I'm going to get rid of both of these. How much plastic do I have in here? Okay, just making sure I wasn't going to leave boxes in the ground. And then I need to bring it down here and split it between these two in mid-air. How am I going to do that? Splitter? Oops. I need it. Stop. Get another splitter. Drag this into this. Drag this into that. And we will... Oh, is this not facing the way I want it to? It's not. Splitter this way. Alright, I think this is gonna work. Of course, it's right through our pole. We'll live with it for now. So that is going to run all of the plastics down. But what I'd like to do is instead of having them all go straight down, I'm going to put them into a industrial storage buffer. And we'll do the one for rubber right next to it, instead of having it run all the way over there. Got to get a little bit better organized here. Oh, that's a lot of rubber. Let's dump this plastic first, and then I'm going to move the rubber over. We're going to tear that container down, and we'll pipe it in out of this one. Oh, I know I keep saying it, but this hover pack is amazing. Alright, and that is coming here. If I just move this over, and we move the motors over. The motors all the way to the back row. That will let me move the rubber into this one. Oh, everything's starting to look a little snazzier now. Everything's filled up nicely there. Everything's filling up nicely here and here. And the items are getting drained out of that. This is floating around waiting. We're unloading as fast as we can. It's bringing them in 579 items per minute. What is a Mark V belt doing? 780 items a minute. So we're just a bit over keeping up here, but I don't like having to have these guys fly around and wait. I want to say this drone is causing problems. I don't want a drone at this port. I've got the rubber drone coming in right now, which I can't even see its inventory. Okay, drone status. I don't have a drone at this one. Interact. Yeah, so now we're unloading rubber. Yeah, this stuff is going to fill up rather quickly. It's a good thing that we're producing the fuel for these back at the other base. So what I want to do is go back to the refinery and set up the drone at the source, and then they can be delivering. And the main base here is just a receiver. It doesn't have a drone assigned to it specifically. I think that's how this is going to work. And all of the rest of this is just running as normal. Yeah, I think we're good. All right, we got drones. I'm gonna call this that we've got drones set up here. Finally, I'm happy with this, and we managed to set up our logistics finally to the refinery. So that leaves us, we did a lot of exploration here. In fact, we've been forgetting to keep up with that while we're doing all of this, but we're going to mark that done, and I'm going to go start another recipe off in the man. And then we got to start looking around. We got to find ourselves a bigger spot to build a mega factory, because we've been eking ourselves by, but now that we're into the next tier, if we look at this, I've got all the tier 7 stuff unlocked. I am not making a lot of this stuff yet, but we are using all the aluminum items. So we got most of tier 7 functional with factories, but tier 8 is going to be a beast if we don't start finding somewhere to build with some more ability to automate. So let's grab some of this concrete. I think I came up one short, or did I get all 4? I got all 4. And let me find some cables and these heavy modular frames, and we'll get this nuclear power thing going. I can't remember if I set up supercomputers or not now. I was definitely working on getting some stuff set up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Oh, I can't add 1, 2, 3, 4. And then over here, we need, what, 1,000 cable? My goodness. I'll take some from there. Feel like we've got cable going everywhere around here. Take another set from there. Can take 2 sets from there. And I should have a bunch sitting right there. Alright, now that all that's messed up, we can go back. Maybe we'll make some supercomputers by hand? Question mark? We'll see how it goes. Offload what we've got, though. Oh, perfect. And then I think I might even have some. I have 6. Woo! That's not exactly exciting, but it's better than 0. Supercomputers are plastic. Oh, I'm making all of this stuff. What do you know? Every once in a while, it pays off to actually build a factory in Satisfactory. So I'm going to come over here where we're making the computers. I think the circuit boards are there, and the AI limiters are there. That's computers, yeah, circuit boards. I'm going to add a set of foundations. Just trying to figure out how to get this stuff going the right way. High-speed connectors. It's the high-speed connectors, AI limiters, and computers. I suppose what we could do is bring the AI limiters and the computers down the same line that I've got the cable running and get that going. Is that this? It is this. All right. Let's do it. Logistics, stackable conveyor. I'm gonna need computers and AI limiters. So 1, 2. We'll start with the computers up on this level because that's the height they're already on. And we'll grab some AI limiters. It's going to require me to rework this. I really wish I'd put these into a bigger box at the time. Don't have the inventory to store all of those. We'll just go with this. I'm not going to worry about the fact that I won't have them in a dimensional depot for now. I'll bring them in on the middle level. If I can. I think I'm too far away. And let me copy this. Hopefully I can make it this far. Excuse me. And then once I get them down here, where am I going with them, I guess is the question. I want to take them over this way. Let's see if this works. So this belt to there. Over to, come on. Nope, I don't want to go into the storage box. And connect. Perfect. Oh, this is going to be the same deal. Okay, well, I'm going to get rid of my dimensional depot for now. And we're going to set up a manufacturer. I haven't played with blenders at all. And the manufacturer is going to need plastics as well. Let me just see what I can do here. Ah, pushed the wrong button. All right, that'll give me plenty of room. Actually, I don't need that much room. I'll do it like this. And I am making supercomputers. So that's this. I'm gonna put in actually some more of these stackable conveyor poles right here. Other side. Just like so. This one will go around the corner like that. This one will come in like that. And then I need, hang on, let me hook this up to the power too. And then I need the plastics. What am I clipping, supposedly? I don't even know. But now I've got plastics and supercomputers at a whole 1.875 a minute. It's not going to win any races, but it's going to get the job done. And the only concern will be if we don't have enough plastics coming into the facility, but with our new drone setup, we should be good to go. And then over here, we're going to do like I've been doing, and we're going to set up a handy industrial storage right in front of it. And I could put a dimensional depot on top of this, I suppose. I did just tear down 2 of them. That way I can follow its progress. All right. Supercomputer go in, supercomputer go up. Supercomputers. I've got 8 of them now. I like it. I'm going to put the radios in here. Just looking for anything I can get out of the inventory. use a lot of this stuff soon when we're constructing our drones and different things, I think. All right. I was going to say, do I need to overclock this in the short term? Just to get a few more of these built for research, but I don't really think I do. We're not in a hurry. I haven't even finished building the tier 7 factories for things. Getting into nuclear power is not going to help me out immensely. Let's go check on the MAM and the hard drives, because I keep forgetting about that. We'll get another one of those going, hopefully here. There we are. Adhered iron plate. Ooh, just rubber and sheets. That would be really easy to make. And then the molded steel pipe. I've got a better steel pipe one, but this looks interesting because I've got so much rubber. I'm going to get that. I like it. We're going to pull these hard drives back out in my inventory. I got 7 of them. That's over an hour of scanning. I need to pay better attention here as we're going through this process. I don't know if I need more space, but I definitely want to upload faster. Let me take a look here. Is that going to cost the same? It is. Let's go ahead and do one more upgrade over there while I'm feeling generous with myself. What is this? SAM fluctuators? Oh, I don't have the SAM fluctuators. I can make some. Some of these things we're just not bothering to set up automation for because we don't use them nearly enough. But when you need 100 at a time, you want to make sure that you've got them available to go through. I would take space over upload speed. I suppose, I guess if I had more of them, I don't care if it's uploading slowly. I feel like when I run out, I'm sitting there waiting forever. But if I had doubled them up, and I wouldn't run out nearly as fast, I suppose. So you're right. That's a fair point. Let me see. Like right now, you know, I'm waiting for another one to upload, but that's wouldn't have that problem if I had twice as many of them in there. What do I need? I need 7 more of these. 6 more of them. Just double check that I know how much that's going to take. Oh, I need 103, actually. Okay, well, it's not a big deal. We'll get there in a second. Let me think about this. All right, so let's look at the map now. I did a ton of hard drive. Oh, my tractor's out of fuel. I was also faced with this issue for the beginning part. The upload speed is nice, but you found space starts becoming important later. Yeah, that's... I always focus on the moment, and I don't think enough about the long term, and then I always end up shooting myself in the foot. So the last thing that I need here that we don't have is fuel coming back from the refinery, and I'd really like to, I think, bring that back. This little drone is actually causing a problem. He's gonna back the whole thing up if I can't unload this fast enough. I need to send the rest of this out, the overflow, to the awesome sink. Where is my awesome sink? But yeah, I don't focus enough on the end game here, and then I get so bogged down in everything else that we could have just progressed farther if I'd had a little bit more forethought earlier on. The awesome sink is going to be problematic to get items down to, possibly. Maybe not. 1, 2, it's only 2 wide. I will bring, or it's 3 wide. I will bring the awesome sink items down. So if I set this up to be overflow to the right, I did. And then I put down a conveyor hole here, right in the middle, because I have no idea where this is actually going to come out. And all my overflow will run down here. Where did there's my awesome sink, okay. I want this to run right to the edge, I think. That way I can figure out where this would go. Okay, right in the middle on the back part. Runs down there. I love that I can change which direction it's going to be. Oops. Merger. This is one of those situations where I have a belt clipping through, that's okay. And this is the ugliest setup. I could have turned that belt the other way, I suppose, and had that work a little bit better for us, but now we are sinking all the excess rubber, and hopefully that's going to have this drone station running way more efficiently. Okay, overflow's going out. This is getting drained. I think the drone I've got sitting there is actually looking for unloading its plastic. Oh no, it's still unloading stacks of rubber. How unfortunate. Although I don't see the other drone. My worry is that it's crashed somewhere out of fuel. Oh, I don't have another drone going, that's why. I deconstructed it because I need to go back out there and put it in place. My goodness, we're all kinds of scattered today. So I don't need to wait around for this. I know this is working, and hopefully it'll catch up soon. We need to leverage more of this rubber. Now that we've got these other recipes, though, we can do that. And we are leveraging more plastics now. What was I waiting on? Supercomputers are getting made. I'm up to a handful of them. I've got 8 in my inventory. Drag these over 24. We're halfway there on supercomputers. We're not going to wait around for those. I feel like I was making something else, but since I've lost my train of thought, what we're going to do is check my time on the MAM for the hard drive that I just put in, which I don't think it's been 10 minutes. We've got 2.5 minutes. So we're going to go down and I'm going to set up another logistics line for fuel. And I don't know if that's going to be another one of these drone ports. So I'm going to bring 10 of these radio control units with me just to make sure that I'm good to go. I think I have a couple of them in my inventory already. I just can't remember now off the top of my head, so I'm going to bust a couple more of them out real quick, just to be safe. Oh, I'm an idiot. We're going to upgrade the Mercer spheres. That's what we were talking about. I just looked over at chat and remembered that we were having a conversation about it. Let me make the 6 more of these that I need. 1, 2, 3. I needed 103 of these, I think. Alien technology, increase space. Oh, other objects are being researched. Okay. That's fine. We'll be back. These are all running. I had a truck out of fuel somewhere, though, now that I think about it. It is the aluminum truck. Let's just go double check. He's good. We've got aluminum for days right now. He can just sit there out of fuel until I get my fuel infrastructure set up. What I'd like to do is bring the packaged fuel back up to the base here and replace this biofuel setup with a better renewable fuel source so that our stuff doesn't keep running out of fuel all the time. And I suppose we could get turbo fuel going here. Oh, let's not do turbo fuel lookups while we're being chased down by a hog. Oh, there it is. Come on. Come on. Oh man, he's going so fast. I'm not gonna catch him. Wow, look at how fast this guy is. Well, I was hoping to finally land on one of those, but I'll have to keep an eye out. That's the first time I've seen him coming through this part of the valley when we've been jumping across. So I wasn't even thinking that I could get one there. Alright, there goes a drone of some kind flying by. And the MAM research just finished, so we'll slap down a MAM when we get over here and start the next hard drive. I really, really want to get this fuel going, though. I'm curious if I'm going to need to put together another packager. I don't know if I have enough excess fuel supply to run multiple packagers. It looks like this one's all backed up, although I am only running one drone right now. Let's check the fuel buffer as long as I'm up here. Yeah, we've got a little bit buffered, but I think we use the exact amount of fuel that we create, so... Oh yeah, we are actually burning through these, probably because I'm sinking them when we get back to the other base right now, because we're not using them fast enough, which is a little tricky. So no drone. We need to build a drone for plastics. Alright, plastics has a drone now, and this port goes to main base. This port goes to main base as well. Its current transfer rate is 143 items a minute. We'll find out after this one makes a round or two. This is using 18.39 fuel per minute. This is capable of packaging fuel at 40 a minute. So I've only really got a couple of fuel left over, and I don't have the capacity, honestly, to be packaging fuel, because that's coming out of what feeds the power to our whole power grid. Now our power grid is in a good spot because of the geothermal, but we're honestly, if the whole factory's kind of caught up here and we didn't have things that were shut down because my production lines are full, we're not that far off from our max power capacity. So we do need to get the next line moving here at some point, the next refinery line, and probably focus that in on more fuel for power. I'd love to get turbo fuel up and running here soon. I'm just checking on this to see how it's doing. It's going to bring a bunch of rubber back up there. And yeah, we're doing good. So let's look at the turbo fuel, because that's going to be our next big jump in production. And turbo fuel requires compacted coal. We could cut down on our coal consumption over by our steel factory, because I don't need to be making steel pipes out of steel anymore. I could make them out of iron, which I have a lot more of. Let's see what kind of coal we've got nearby, though. Nothing nearby. Oh boy, nothing anywhere nearby. Okay, so there is, some coal on the other side of the world. 1600 versus 1800. That's a long way away. Let me go back to jetpack. I mean, that's got to be somewhere all the way up in the mountains there, probably. I don't want to die with all the stuff I've got in my inventory. I feel nervous going that far out into deep water. Swim, swim, swim. We'll follow the coast around to get over there. Once I get on land, I'm going to search for sulfur as well, just out of curiosity. Alright, so I got some sulfur over here as well as the coal. Thought I'd check for hard drives while I was at it. What about oil? Is there more oil over here? Oh, there is. Look at that. Several oil nodes. I mean, I could do a whole turbo fuel thing. Oh, there's an oil node over there I'm not even using. Interesting. Oops, wrong one. Let's do this one. So the question is, where is this coal? I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. I don't think I can jump that high from a dead out of the water. I think I'm gonna have to find a beach. All right, let's try this again. $400, and there's 3 of them right up there. Not gonna make it. This is a very difficult terrain to navigate. Come on, come on, come on. Go. Let the bugs chase me around for a while. Oh, there they are. Alright, well, here's at least 2 of the ones I was finding. These are impure and impure. We can work with it, though, if we need to. Oh, I've got some water here, too. What is this? This is copper. Yep. Might as well grab the Mercer Sphere while we're here.
Harvest the scripture. Compose it into a blood song.
Alright, I've got sulfur that way, 300. Is it up on top? That would be unfortunate. Got a nice little oasis here, though. All kinds of rude creatures charging me everywhere. Oh, the sulfur's actually down here. So what I could do, I could run the sulfur and the coal, or the sulfur over to the coal. What kind of a node is this? I guess I should check real quick. But I could run this over there and get our compacted coal going. And then I'd have to build a rather long run back to the refinery to bring that in to make turbo fuel. Or we could set it up right at the bottom there where we found those extra oil nodes and do turbo fuel down there. You know, honestly, this water area could be pretty good for a base, although we're off on that one end of the map here. We wouldn't have to deal with a lot of crazy creatures or anything, though. Have easy access to our fuel might be a positive, too. Trying to think about this as we move around the map. We're at an extreme end of the map, though, then, so we'd be having to pipe everything back to us for long periods of time. I'm gonna come up on this cliff and try and get aside, because I think that other sulfur is right up above us. And that would actually be way easier to bring down. Right over there. Let's see if we can sort that out. Up we go. I thought I was getting my sword out, to be honest. Oh man. Alright, let's go up this cliff. See if we can find this sulfur node. Up. Oh, radiation level going up. That's alright, we've got our suit on. It's gotta be up on the top of this thing. Two hours. Oh, there's a sloop on top of a giant pile of radiation.
Your symphony invades our temples and echoes along our lattices. What do you believe?
Growth, the future, an idea, and frankly, you.
Is a tapestry woven with hands or with thoughts?
Both are necessary, yet only one can't function without the other.
We see your echo steps, shimmering symphonies that break upon our temples, but your song is alien.
How long ago did you notice me?
There's no long, there are only spheres.
I wonder, was it always about survival, or is there something more, something beyond?
Consume our blood and you will see our threads.
Oh, right. Oh, well, that was interesting, and we're trying to... Yikes, I can't jump fast enough with this thing. Had to deal with these guys so we can get some more hard drives. Ooh, I think he's dead this time. There's at least one more up there. Alright. Always stressful, but we've got some cool stuff. I got some of those turbo motors that we need. Oh, me too. Oh, I'm taking more damage. Alright, let's get the hard drive before whatever's attacking us wrecks our day. I see that we've got what I think is a geyser. There's that sulfur I was looking for. I'm not seeing any other resources off the top of my head. Oh, there's a Mercer sphere, though. And I should probably toss down a MAM real quick and get more research going. I always forget. Farmer Trio, how you doing, man? Sorry I missed your message earlier. I've been ultra focused on this exploration stuff here. All right, special MAM. Let's do it. Hard drive complete. Coke steel ingot, which is petroleum coke instead. Cheap silica. Well, that doesn't look super useful. So we'll go here. I can use aluminum to make steel beams. I don't need an alternate recipe for a miner, so I guess this is the one that's going to win. Aluminum's so much harder to set up, though. I don't know that I would waste the aluminum on that. Oh, this one's pure, though, at least. And this is a geyser, right? It is. I'm gonna slap that down right now while I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna grab this slug, and I think I'm gonna bring this sulfur down. Yeah, this is the best spot, and then I can bring the coal out as well. And if I remember right, the oil is somewhere over here. Yeah, it's somewhere right in this area. I mean, we could just continue to build out around our refinery and do the mega base right over here, because we got as much room as you could possibly need. It's just so far away from the bulk of the map. But that won't stop us from working on this sulfur project. Ba-dum. All right. Production miner Mark II. Perfect. I want to eventually bring power down. So let's put down some foundations over here. And put up a big power pole. There's that way. Why this matters, I don't know. That gets hooked up, that gets hooked up. Lots of sulfur, I'm loving it. Alright, let's see what all the hubbub's about over on the phone for a second, sorry. Getting pinged left, right, and center here for this afternoon. And off we go. We've got sulfur. I think what we're gonna do is bring out the 4-meter foundations a little ways here, just to give me some room. Well, there's a hard drive down there too. Well, we'll come get that in a bit. But we're gonna have to bring this out until I get above the water at some point, and then drop that all the way down to ground level. And from here, What kind of power am I using on this? This is not using anything. What kind of power does this thing generate again? Between 50 and 150. So I should be able to run 2 more of these miners off of this is what I'm getting at. Oh, there's another hard drive over there. And that looks like quartz. Let's see if I can make this gap. We are supposed to be hard drive hunting today, I suppose. Oh, that thing's pretty ugly. Or is that SAM ore? I can't tell from here. It's either quartz or SAM. It's highly radioactive over here, though. Ooh, more turbo motors. I might actually have enough to do the thing with the turbo motors that I need. This has got to be SAM. Alright, well, we've got another SAM node that's not in the bottom of the world, but I haven't exactly had a huge need for more yet. Okay. Oh, that rock hurt. I do not have the resources for this, so I don't think, ouch, I'm going to be able to drop down a marker just yet. I wanted to put a marker there to not lose track of things, but it's just not going to happen. So let's instead see if I can not run out of fuel and make it over to this cliff and run some power down here. Oh no. We will place a power platform tower down and then see if I can connect from this one to that one, since I'm out of range to do it the other way. Something like this. And straight up to there. Alright, and then this is gonna bring ourselves down here. And those are my 2 coal mining nodes, I think. So now we'll bring those out. Wire too long. Okay, I can get it right on the front of this cliff face, which will be the perfect spot, I think. That shouldn't be in the way there. Yeah, I think that's gonna be good. Miners. Miner Mark II number 1. Maybe some foundations. I am gonna need to run this back. Oops. Let's see how this is gonna work out. I think I'm too low. Alright, let's see if this is too high, 'cause sometimes when you get these foundations at the higher height, yeah, I can't, oh, I can. Do it like that. Oh, look at that. We're all good to go. Well, we'll just pave this whole little way. Reason not to. I might move that power pole in a second just to get it in a slightly better spot that's up on a foundation. think I'll turn it this way, actually. Okay. Okay. Power pole up. Power pole go back down. Oh, I can't reach it, folks. It's too far away. There we go. Now we've got power. I can hook the miners up here. And I'm gonna just bring this over here and get them hooked up to each other. To extend my platform one that way and run a merger. Oh, how did I not get that lined up? I swear I had it with the line and everything. Dude, what is going on? It must be that the mining node isn't snapped to the world grid. Hang on. Merger. Yeah, I'm gonna be... I go a half step off that way. Does that line up better? There we go. Perfect. Oh, look, there's a summer sloop. Just hanging out by the shore. Not a care in the world.
Are your vessels functional or recreational?
Mostly functional.
A cog in a machine?
Correct, a hog in the woods.
The vessel is blood.
Fascinating. Yes, I think they are. They are conduits, builders, breakers, defenders and aggressors, cells within a larger organism. We do not share a body.
Harmony.
So I think what we're going to do is we're going to transition to 1 meter platforms right after this one. And I'm going to run all the way down and around this stuff to get over to where we had the sulfur. So this way. I'm going to come back and run the conveyor belt after I make sure this is what I want to do. Gosh, I wish I knew how much further I needed to go. Like, we'll go 5 more this way. Is that going to get me through? Probably not. Oh, maybe. Just maybe. I'll be fighting off some creatures here, but that's okay. I could always set this up with a drone, but it feels like a waste of fuel and energy when I need to combine the coal and the sulfur to make my resource anyway, so we'll do it the hard way to start with. Trying to figure out where that sulfur's gonna come down up there. Man, I suppose that'd be tight. I was gonna say, if I came up a little higher, I could have run over there without the curve. We've gotten into making all of these air highways. Yeah, so that's where my sulfur's at that needs to come down. Part of me wonders if I could get that to come down, like over here and down, and join a separate belt before I bring them both to wherever I'm gonna make the turbo fuel, which is somewhere over here. That might be the cleanest approach. I'm gonna keep working our way around here, though. Where is my oil? It probably makes sense to go over there and actually get my eyes on it before I go too far. Oh, it's right there. So maybe I want to set up a refinery like right here. I can pipe the oil in. Might not be a bad idea. Let's go get eyes on that oil area and see how many nodes are right over there and what type of nodes they are. Because we decided turbo fuel was... yeah, heavy oil residue and compacted coal. Or fuel and compacted coal. Well, it doesn't make sense to turn it into fuel if I'm just going to go to turbo fuel anyway. I don't think. I'd have to look at the recipes, but I feel like this is the better recipe. So, yeah, let's go. One, two. There's a third back there. All right, let's see what you got. Something around here. Oh. It's one of those, you gotta get it when you're standing, whoops, right next to it, right? Okay, maybe not. Can I not stand on the side of that? All right, I'm done goofing off with it already. Impure. Impure. The other one is back here somewhere, right? Right there. This one, my guess is normal? Question mark? Yeah. Normal, impure, impure. Okay. So that's going to be the same as our initial refinery setup, which, again, we can overclock all of this when we need to. Slugs everywhere up there. Well, it's easy enough to pipe oil over to a facility. So the goal is to build the facility in a spot where we're going to have plenty of room to build, because refineries take a lot of space. Which would be somewhere right over here, in my opinion. Just making sure it's 1, 2, 3. So then if we were piping this way, brought it out over the water this way, one more this way. Avoid the plants when I can. We're technically slightly below water here, which is good. And then, yeah, we just bring the sulfur and the coal straight over into this, and we put our refineries out on this platform in the bay. I think this is going to be the play. Just going to fill this in all the way over to the rock. Not sure exactly where this is going to line up. Too far away to grab that and bring it back towards me. Try it. Ran out of oomph. Okay, try that again. There, I'm officially above now, so I'm good to go here. Let's go up. Oh, that's not what I wanted at all. Let's bring this down. No. Bring this up, though. One less. We'll get rid of that. And I can slap one right on top and it'll be the right height. Perfect. Now, can I get up here on a single set of jet fuel or regular fuel? Not quite. I'm one platform short. Ouch. That's okay, folks. We've got ladders for a reason. Up we go. Wait, what? Multiple ladders count as a single entity when you get rid of them. Alright, so now I've got our bridge out here. Let's see what we can do to get turbo fuel brought down. Or not turbo fuel, we're gonna make turbo fuel. We need to get this sulfur down here, which means I need to find my way back up there. So I'm gonna come over to our power station that's on the side hill here and see if I can catch a ride up. It's right over there. I don't think I can get up that far. I think I'm gonna have to go all the way to the path over here, though. There we go. I suppose I could have, at this point, just gone to that one and rode it up both. Oh, yeah, we're gonna do that because I forgot there's the hole going around the other side again over there. Up we go. Riding in style now. Oh no. There we go. My goodness, that was almost a disaster. So, It's a long way down. It's a good thing we can do this infinite vertical elevator trick. But I don't know. I think it's going to be easier to bring it over the side and down onto the same bolt the coal's coming into. It'll look better, at least. And so I think I'm going to run that here. So let me just extend this, and we're going to get rid of those four. Maybe I'll add these back in. All right. And then we're going to go for size ones. And let's see if we can find where this thing is below us. Oh, that'd be cool if it lined up right with that one, actually. I don't think we're over top of it just yet, though. Man, you know, I just don't like heights. Not in real life, not in video games. I'm gonna get a bit of power out here, so that we can use the hover pack. Oh, we blew a fuse, what? Guess this isn't hooked up to the main power grid, but still, I didn't think the miners would be using power anymore. I'm gonna put down a couple of batteries real quick to help out with this variable power supply. There we are. And this is charging? Yeah, charge rate. Discharge rate. So we're consuming at 100. Our capacity is only 70 right now. Let's go ahead and knock off that miner and see if that helps us out. Max consumption is now 30. We're producing 120. Should be good to go. Alright, just making sure that this all looks good, because this is a little bit confusing here. Now our consumption is 100, our max consumption. How's our consumption higher? I mean, I know I'm charging a battery, but the whole grid's about to go back down, isn't it? 13 seconds. Like, how low is the dip? There, it's coming back up. I just don't want the power grid to go off in the middle of my flight cycle here. Suppose I could always disconnect it from this pole for the time being. That way there's nothing consuming power. We're just charging up the battery. Alright, let's do that. Alright, folks. So now I've got power. I'm gonna try and figure out where this lines up. I think this one is where that third one lines up. And the reason that's important is on this one, I want to run. Oh, shoot. Okay. We saved ourselves from death. Now can I bring this up? Alright, got that going up. Now I gotta go all the way back down here to catch a ride up to the top of my tower again. My goodness. And my battery, of course, isn't charging because we are have a shutdown power grid. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Well, that answers the question of whether or not the geothermal is going to be able to run these 3 miners. The answer is it's not, especially when I'm flying on the power line. So I'm going to disconnect both of these because there's no reason for these miners to even be running right now. And up, up, up we go. We'll get back over here, and we should have everything sorted out to get this set up so we can start running the conveyor lines. So that's our real goal right now, is just to make sure everything's all lined up and looking good. Okay. Oh. I forgot we don't have the jetpack on. We were using the hover pack, and I don't have this hooked up, which we can do now. Go, go, go. What is that? Is that a summer sloop? We'll have to jump down there and grab that here in a second. I have a jump pack, so let's try and get over here. All right. Here we go. Oh, wait, let's get this turned back on. If I can get this thing charging now that we're not having any power draws hooked up to it, that would be a win. All right. I think we're good. Let me try this one more time now. And we did it again. We switched faster this time, so I don't have to go all the way back down. We're getting better, folks. Stop. Oh my gosh, I can't grab the ladder from the parachute. Alright, here we go. Giant Tower of Doom is getting closer. I'm a whole 1% charged on this battery. Doesn't fill me with confidence. This doesn't tell me, oh, it uses 100 megawatts of power, actually. That's why it's using up so much. All right, here we go. We were 1 off. How was that possible? Hang on, so where did I build that? Right there. Alright. Oh, well, that's okay. We can fix that easy enough. We're going to... not all the way back over there. And... take it one past, I think. Yep, we'll be able to run it right down the side of that. Okay, we've got this figured out now, folks. So many, I wouldn't even call it calculations, but just try to get everything aligned and perfect here. What I'm gonna do is bring this right down the middle. No, wait, not that far. Let's go right there. And then we're going to put a conveyor lift pole there. And I'm going to put this right there. Perfect. Okay. And then this can go away. Actually, I'll bring that back for a second. Wire's too long. Oh, you know what? I did this completely wrong. Hang on. Let's try that. Okay. That appears to be working now, so I've got to take the leap. And bring this all the way down, so... I hope I have enough aluminum for this. Oh, and I need a thing to bring it down here too. I didn't even think that through. Well, I guess we'll fall down and get that set up. Okay. I'm gonna put this in at level 3. We're just gonna have a cute little roof above us here. I don't know why. It'll make sense structurally, maybe. Perfect. Suppose I could always put the power tower on top of that if I wanted at some point. Let's stay focused here on the build. We need our conveyor hole floor. I want to say I've got that hooked up just like that. And then I need to ride back up to the top, and we'll parachute down again and take this down the way I just did. Shouldn't take but a moment. Luckily, we can get back and forth over here pretty quick. I should slap down another MAM. And keep our hard drives moving forward, though. There we go. Up, up, up we go. All the way back and around. Lots of up and down to get these vertical builds going, especially over this height. It's kind of a pain to bring sulfur down from so many foundations up, but with this new conveyor belt setup, it's been working surprisingly well. I don't know if this is a feature or a bug, though. We're gonna be really sad if they take it away from us at some point. I think there's a Mercer sphere over there, too. Gotta get the Mercer sphere and the sloop before we head back. Okay, conveyor mark lift 5. Down, down, down we go. Don't dare hit the fall button. I'm not sure if that would cancel my build mode or not, so we're going to take the slow drift down here. I don't want to have to climb back up another time to do this. Come on, come on. I don't know what the max reach distance is. I'm just hoping that we're not going to need more than 402 plates to do it. There it is. 210. Go. What little bit of sulfur we had is coming down too. All right, folks. That little adventure is going to net us a whole lot of this here sulfur, which is going to be great. And then we'll be able to bring that right down here. And what I'm trying to think is if I want to set these up on top of each other or just run them side by side. I guess we'll just run these like this for now. This going. All the way out to the end as long as we're here. Drives me nuts. I missed it. I didn't get it on the divider, so now everyone's going to be one short of the divider. Oh well, it worked out. Put it there for now. And then it goes down here. Like so. Alrighty, we're almost there, folks. I need to get the coal brought over here now, and then we can, I was gonna say we could turn this all on. That's actually maybe not realistic. We might need to hook this up to the power grid, since that one geothermal vent isn't quite cutting it. So I suppose I could put a 2x2 right here. We'll put power here. I rotated that the wrong way. Put this lined up there. Bionic, how's it going, man? Alright, can I reach the power up by the sulfur from here? I don't think I can even see it, but we're gonna try. Oh, I can. Perfect. Alright, so this will get me up there. What am I on? I'm on the parachute. And I suppose I could bring the power down below now if I've got this one working. Let's see how well this works for getting up top. If this works, I may hook or start the miner back up while I'm up here. And then we'll be able to hook the main power system up eventually. So let's do that. Put that back in. Hook that up to this. We're still charging. Sulfur's gonna be going down. And I kind of like that one. That's a nice gentle wire. This one goes through a platform. I should have probably hooked this one to that one, but I was kind of close to the cliff face. I guess it doesn't matter that much. We've got everything running up here, so I don't need to come back up here for anything. Let's hop down, and I'm gonna go grab this Mercer sphere that we keep seeing every time we go up and down, and then we're gonna head over and get that coal, run down this line, and we'll be ready to start setting up this turbo fuel facility. Oh, there's a hard drive down here too. Okay, let's clear this guy out. There we go. It's just so much easier when we land and we're not getting assaulted by a bunch of stuff.
Look through the window and witness a thread.
I dig it. And if I go down to get that, I won't be able to get the summer sloop, I don't think. But let's see what it is. Oh, I needed more of these to open another box somewhere. Okay, we got those. More turbo motors. I forget what I needed turbo motors for, but I've got lots of them now. And this one didn't require anything. How nice of them.
Damaged hard drive recovered. Return it to the MAM for data recovery.
Yeah, we're working on it. Ada never likes when we've got more than a few hard drives in our inventory. All right, now I'm gonna grab that. I think it's a sloop that's right around the corner here somewhere. I'm gonna get some height just in case. But I think it's right around this corner. It's probably up. Oh yeah, it's up by that waterfall. I jumped down too early. I'm gonna see if I can get on this ramp and jetpack back up. Jetpack for the win. Oh, I didn't let it recharge first. Okay, let's learn our lesson and do that better. Up, up, up. Up, up, up. Where did it go? Is it up here? Somewhere right around here. There it is. It's a disturbing sound. Nothing behind the waterfall. Always worth the check. Alright, time to run some coal, folks. We've got 2 impure nodes, I think? I can't even remember now. Where's that? Coal. That we're gonna run over here. And get everything up and running. I'm gonna hook this up, even though we don't have the power to sustain it with the geothermal. But that way we don't have to come back over here for any reason, unless we really want to. And I've got that all wired, so all I gotta do is run this, and I'm gonna run this down the right-hand side. Let me double check these. So these are 60 a minute. Should I just overclock these to the max now and bring as much as I can back, knowing that we'll have power grid to solve our problems later? So that'd be 300 a minute between the 2 of them. Yep, we're gonna do it. That way I don't have to come back out here unless I really want to. Trying to save myself trips of running around. And this is gonna be for our turbo fuel anyway, so the more I can get, the better off we'll be. And off we go. This is where I really wish I could be using that hover pack right now. I could run power, but that's just going to be even more things slowing me down. Make sure they stay straight. Don't set off all the bugs. Of course, I've got to stop to put one down right in front of the bugs. And I've angered them. Alright. We're almost there. I can see the end of the line coming. Here. And it's a straight shot to the end. So I've got 300 here. I guess I should go back up and overclock the sulfur as well. Can always hop back up there in a little bit though. And then down, down, down I go. These shallow enough that I can bring them out like this for this one, and then this one is gonna come out facing here. Perfect. All right. Sulfur, coal. I actually don't know what we're gonna do. Maybe we'll just have the facility extend right here, because this was just where I'm gonna bring the oil now. Let me go look over here real quick. I'm gonna slap down these oil refineries if I have all of the stuff, or not the oil refinery, the what are they called, extractors? Production oil extractor. Yeah, if I put that there, where's my other oil? Right in front of me. Let's just figure out how these pipes are gonna run. Oil extractor. That way. And then I think the other one's right over here, so let's just keep this going. Yep, that's the other one. Okay. Here we go, here we go. Oh, 3 more oil. Hopefully I can get it on top of this. Production, oil extractor. Just like that. And we will put this down along the right side here. Actually wondering why you're too long. Should have paid attention to that. Actually wondering, rather than doing this. Really? Listen, I'm busy here. I want to have as little back and forth jankiness as possible. I'm thinking if I could run this straight down this way and combine them rather than curving around everything, that would be in a better spot. And this one would just come straight out into this line, and overall it's just less platforms. So let's do that. And I'm not going through that giant rock either. Alright, it's all coming together now. Chainsaw. Cut down some trees, make some room. Get rid of all the stuff that's gonna pop up in between. I like it. Okay. Now, we want to make as much as possible here. How much could I get out of this? 300 per minute. That's pretty good. So that's a Mark 1 pipe. And what we'll do is just run that right down the middle here. And then when we get to this oil extractor, combine them into a Mark II. So I'm gonna see what this looks like if I rotate it out this way. That'll work. I need less of these. Let's keep those. I don't need these two though. Then I can line this up. Yes, no, maybe. That's lined up. Is that lined up? That's lined up. Okay. Invalid pipe shape. Okay. No idea why that was so problematic. Oops. Mark 1, and then from this point on, we'll need Mark 2s. And then let's see about lining this up. About lined up. It's not going to be perfect, probably. Yeah, we'll go with that. Over to there. All right, that's going to be all this oil, and this is much worse than the other line. This is only going to get up to 150 each, so this will give me one full pipe of oil though between the three of these, which is great because I got 300 down on the end, and then I will have 150 out of each of these. Let me get our power hooked up now. Hopefully that'll reach. I can get it right there. That's hooked up. Got a couple of trees I need to cut down. Actually, let's do this real quick. Cut down our trees, and then we'll run that power line and the rest of our pipes. It's all coming together now. It's been a little bit of sorting things out, figuring out where and how we want to do things, but I think this is going to work out pretty good. And what I need to decide is if this is where I want to build the mega factory, or if we're going to try and do some kind of complicated logistics to get fuel out to the main base from satellite refineries. I feel like the refineries are always going to be out on the edges somewhere, so we're either going to have our base on the edge, or we're gonna have to figure out logistics for fuel. Pipe is too long. Pipe dream achievement. I'm guessing that's for running so much pipe. I don't know, I don't do achievements on Epic very much, so I've still got the original epic purchase of Satisfactory from when it was an exclusive there. Part of me was tempted to buy the game a second time just to have it in my Steam library. At least then I could shift tab to see what the achievement was for. Alright, let's stop here with the oil because I'm not sure what we're going to do. I think we're going to build out this way though. I just don't want to hit that rock. Not hitting the rock yet. That's the line right there. I can't imagine playing without the zoop mode. So that's my other refinery right there. We're not that far away. So in theory, I could consolidate these at some point if I really ever needed to. I don't know if I need to. We can at least build a bridge out that way at some point. But let me get a couple more rows of foundations going here. Just because I think refineries are kind of long. We'll figure out how this turbo fuel thing's gonna work out. So, production, refinery, doesn't matter where it is, we're just gonna toss it down. I have the alternate turbo heavy fuel, which is compacted. Yeah, this is what we want to do. I don't want to have to make fuel first. So heavy residue and compacted oil. Can I make heavy residue straight up, or do I always have to convert it out of making plastic and rubber? Looks like I have to make plastic and rubber, at least for now. Let me look at this in the codex. Right now, plastic and rubber. So I am going to have to set up a whole plastic rubber factory again to produce this. That's fine. We use a ton of plastics especially, but we're going to be using more rubbers now because I have this other rubber recipe for iron plates, which is super easy to make. No more screws or even copper wire. Rubber is, we got lots of rubber, so we're gonna be leveraging that in the new factory. Which tells me then I need to replicate exactly what we had over there to use up one full line of oil, which was 20 refineries. There is an alternate recipe. That would be super helpful. Maybe what I need to do is keep an eye on my alternate recipe progress here. I'm going to slap the MAM back down here for a second. Is this? Yeah, this is where I'm doing my research. We got another hard drive. Screws? I hate screws. Steel to make plates sounds horrible. Ugh. This doesn't seem much better. We're gonna sit on that one, and I'm gonna start scanning another one. None of these resources are attractive. There's a oil to residue alternate recipe. Yeah, that's what I need. I've got a lot of missing recipes. That's why I went out of my way to get a bunch of hard drives today. But until I find that, I'm going to... I mean, I don't really need more plastic or rubber at the moment, but I want to maybe start working on this. What is the recipe for this compacted coal? It's 25 per minute. Oh, wow, we're going to have so much coal and sulfur here. Okay. I need to bring the power down as well, so let me decide where I'm going to put the power. I think I'd like the power to be in the corner of the base. Like so. I'm just trying to think about these recipes right now. Like, do I want to grind for recipes or move forward with what we've got? No ideas. Part of me wants to go look up the alternate recipes too right now just to know what I'm looking for. I progressed way far down the technology line very early and didn't go recipe hunting enough too. So there's some good early game recipes that I don't think I got early on. So we're going to keep getting just tons and tons of meh recipes. All right, let me put down just 2 more refineries for a second because it's easier to look at the recipes this way. This is the most inefficient way to do this. Plastic generates 10 and then rubber generates 20, right? Rubber generates 20. Or that's not what I'm looking at. That's the wrong recipe. This rubber. 20 heavy residue. So if I wanted as much heavy residue as possible, I would do 20 of those, which would be 20 times 20? Yeah, 400. So the most I could get out of doing it the old-fashioned way would be 400 heavy oil residue. Let's look at the Satisfactory calculator site that I've been using. What is it called? Satisfactory Tools? Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm going to switch to this mode. And we'll bring this window over here. There we are. Let's create a new one here real quick for turbo fuel. And I don't even know how much turbo fuel. Let's just say 300 to start and see what happens. Unfortunately, we can't calculate. Missing a production line. Inputs. I'm surprised that it can't just calculate this. Oh, because I don't have the turbo fuel recipes checked here, even they're alternate, I forget. I have this one. That's the one I want to use at least. Production. Really? Missing resources required for production line. Not enough resources. Just because I also need to check that I have the compacted coal recipe. There we go. All right. Why is turbo fuel requiring reanimated SAM? Did I check the wrong recipe? Compacted coal. This is sulfur and coal. weird inputs. I have coal, I have sulfur. Yeah, why is it trying to get me to do some really weird thing to make sulfur? I don't know. I guess I can just come in here and add an input of sulfur. Do I have to uncheck it on this side? I am thoroughly confused. Every once in a while when I try to save myself some time, things go sideways on me. So I would need 1.2. I'm just going to look at this. If I wanted to get to 300 a minute, it would be way too much crude oil. So 150. It's about half. See, I don't understand. Wait, 150. Oh, yeah, that's fine. I've got 600 crude oil coming in, so I can do that. 330? 330 would be too much. Well, I can get here, that's 18.75 refineries of rubber. I guess I'd have to add and balance this out with some plastics to get like the perfect ratio, so to speak. But I know I can support 10 refineries worth of turbo fuel, and I can get 12 assemblers worth of compacted coal is what I'm going to need. Holy buckets, that's a lot of compacted coal. So let me slide that on out of the way for a minute, and we'll start working on that setup. I'm gonna get compacted coal figured out first, I think, because both of those resources are over there, and 12 assemblers is quite a bit. I'm gonna rotate that the other way after all, I think. All right, that's all lined up. We're gonna bring these up. And then I should have the room. Let me fix this the way that I want to do it. I should have the room to put the assemblers all this way. And then bring the products back. So let me just think this through. I'm gonna leave a whole setup here so that I got room to move belts around and stuff. That's gonna leave me a whole line to bring my product back. I like it. All right. And I said I need 12 of these to get the right amount of compacted coal. My gosh. I need power out here before I go too much further with all of this shenanigans. So let me get power lines run over to the main base so that I can then use my hover pack. So first things first, I'm gonna bring power over to this corner, I think. Oh, the MAM finished. Perfect. We'll get that in 1 second here. Power tower. All right. What wonderful research did you bring for me this time? Was it this one? All right. Molded beam, where I'm making it in a foundry with concrete instead of just crafting it. I mean, it's probably faster, but I don't think that's going to be overly helpful. And I don't think this coke steel ingot is that much better. So I'm going to rescan that. Ooh, yay, charcoal. What is this? I can blend turbo fuel using fuel. That seems complicated. It's probably better because then I'm not... Oh, I wouldn't have to have assemblers. I would still need to produce fuel, though. Oh, interesting. Huh. Well, now I gotta think about it. That would make life easier. I wouldn't have to be building these 12 assemblers that I was about to start working on. Or the refineries for... I'd need fuel still, though, which I am producing already. We could pipe the fuel over from the existing station and then just... I'm gonna get this. I feel like it's gonna be better. I wish I knew for sure. Let me build one of these blenders. I haven't built a blender yet. $15 fuel a minute, 30 heavy oil residue. So we just had this other factory thing up. Oh, and I haven't had the sound on for my game for the last few minutes. I apologize. Let's go into recipes. We're going to look for turbo, blend fuel. And let's see what it thinks is better. Production. Yeah, it likes this recipe better. That's for sure. And then to make 300, I'm using a lot evener items. I don't know why this whole sulfur conversion thing is a thing, but it is what it is. This wants me... Oh, this is petroleum coke. It's not coal. Oh. Well, that changes things. I probably should have paid better attention to that before we jumped into it. It's easy enough to make, though. So, not a problem. I wouldn't have had to run all of this coal over, but we could start using the coal for powering our trucks or something, I suppose. Although, that's why I'm making turbo fuel in the first place. Fuel, resin, rubber. $5.25. Let me do the same thing again, but not check that recipe. So instead, I just want to use the original turbo heavy fuel. And then I had to check one more recipe. What was the other recipe that I needed for that? Let's go back over here for a second and look. Compacted coal. Compacted coal. Production. And we were making 300 to compare apples to apples. So this was going to use 562 crude oil. and what, 29 refineries and 12 assemblers, where this was going to use 7 blenders and 13 plus 3, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, this is way less machines. And only 525 of our crude oil versus 562. Okay, well, in that case, I think we lucked out, and we're gonna run blenders instead. We'll figure out what to use this coal for at a later point in time. But this is gonna save us so much effort. Let me move my that factory window back over. I've lost it. Where did it go? Did I close it? Oh, please tell me I didn't close my factory window. I did. Satisfactory tools. Bringing that down over here. We're gonna switch so you guys get the wonderful sound again. You know, I gotta go get the boombox. There's some great sounds on the boombox I've seen. And we don't have that going right now. Here we go, turbo blended fuel. Sorry, I'm getting this up on my other monitor so I can keep an eye on it. That's 7 blenders with petroleum coke coming out of a refinery. All right. We still need to get power down to here. And all that talking did I miss out on my next round of hard drives? Let's double check. I did. I swear I started that. I must have forgot to start one when we got the other recipes in. All right. So the sulfur's going to go directly into the blenders, and all the refineries are going to pump over here. So I think the blenders are going to need to be over here. Production blender, and we said we needed 7 of them. Man, these things are huge. Let's spend a second to figure out just how unwieldy this is going to be. Oh, it fits perfectly. Oh, it's a little wide. I was gonna say it fits perfectly, but it doesn't. That's all right. It's 2x2 though, essentially a little bit bigger. I was thinking about whether or not it made sense to get a blueprint going for this, but not when I could only get 2 of them in here. All right, I'm going to be running 2 different fluids into this and 2 different items. So we're going to use all 4 slots before it's all said and done. Let's figure out where the sulfur's going to go first, since I've got that right here. I can always pipe over it. I think that the sulfur is going to be a ground-based addition. And I'm going to leave myself lots of room. I'm going to run, I say as I move things back. If I put that there, I should have plenty of room to get pipes down over top of this. Let me see, I'm going to copy the settings from that one and put them over there. And we're going to run this belt over here into there. Now I've got sulfur going through. Where's the power hookups on these? Right on the back side. We'll set the power line down right between the two. And That's right, I was gonna run power out here so that I don't have to continue to monkey around with jumping up and down. Perfect. While I don't have power, I've got it hooked up to power enough to let items go into it. And I said I needed 7 of these. But before we get there, I'm going to run the power to our base, I think. That's right on this line. I don't know, it's going to be ugly, but I think it makes sense to just go straight across the water. Maybe while I'm out here, I'll think about whether or not this is going to turn into the main base. We're going to need so much of this heavy oil residue. I'm wondering if I could just completely gank that from the other base here since I've got a fuel system going. What would 300 turbo fuel do for me from a power perspective? I wonder how many a minute a fuel power generator requires for turbo fuel. Fuel powered generator. It doesn't tell me here. Well, here's where we find out if our 2 bases are at the same height or if they're off by a half platform. It looks like we're at different heights probably. That'll be super frustrating. Yep, different heights. Well, what I'll do is... Oh wow, we ran out of concrete finally. We've been doing some building, I guess. Oh, we were going to upgrade to a higher capacity. I forgot all about that. Yeah, we're 2 meters off. Part of me wants to go rework the other base to be at the same height as this one. 'Cause it should be the same. I mean, the water level should be the same everywhere in the world. Let's see how much of this we're making, though. 60, 120, we've got 60, 120... 240, 300. We got an even 300 of this heavy oil residue that we're processing right now. I think that's how much we're making. 10 times 20 is 200, and then another 10 is 300. Yep. And I would only need a total of 250 to run the turbo fuel factory right now. So I could completely shut down the fuel generation, which is what this is, and convert it into turbo fuel and not have to worry about resetting up all this other oil right this minute if I wanted to just get turbo fuel going and see how productive that was going to be. So I could do it that way. You know what? Do I have... I can't just drop turbo fuel into one of these fuel generators like packaged turbo fuel, unfortunately. I have to actually go through the effort of creating the setup, unfortunately. So what I'm going to do is run my power, because I keep saying I'm going to do it, and then I don't. And then we're going to go... I can look at how much it needs. You just have to place it in the UI, the icon. Oh, let's look at the... Okay. So it burns at 7.5. Oh, it's not going to make... Oh, let me get away from that. That's stupid loud. It's not going to make more power. I'm just going to use less fuel so that I can have more fuel generators. So at 7.5 instead of 20. I can run... Wow, quite a few. I can almost triple my power output by making turbo fuel instead of fuel. Well, that's impressive, actually. But I need to be able to do it without shutting down my whole factory first. So what we'll do is bring a power pole out to here. I'm going to switch to this. I should be close enough to use this. And grab our power. I'm going to put one right on the other side before we start running it all the way across the expanse here. I don't know why sometimes my shift half a thing doesn't seem to work. Do I have to be standing down here? Yeah, I can't center this. Like holding control down doesn't shift by half sometimes. So strange. I think it's because I'm placing it via running a power line like this. If I was maybe just, what do you call it, placing it normally without trying to extend an existing power line, I bet I could have shifted it then. Alright, I'm grabbing this because I want to see how far the power line can go. That way I'll know where to build the platform. I don't think I'm going to make it all the way to my other power. Yeah. Alright, wire too long, wire just right. Power, platform. I should just make a blueprint for this so I don't have to keep centering it every time. Oh, but I did it the wrong way. We need it like this. Yeah, that's definitely it. Okay. Up, up, up we go. Need some water so that I don't lose my voice. And we'll hook this up to there. And then I should be able to... Oh, I'm not close enough yet. Plummet to my death. Okay, so these two. Power lines. Oh, too long. That's unfortunate. It's like we're just out of range. Well, I will put another one down right on the other side of the rocks here. Perfect. All right, now we've got power. Yay, we can fly around. I really was hoping I was going to get turbo fuel going today, but I don't know if that's going to happen with how much we've got to run here. Polymer resin. Why would I want to create this straight up? Insulated cable. I can just make cable from wire. Why would I complicate it just for volume? I don't think so. Man, I'm dumping this right now. I feel like this is one of those things where maybe someday I'm going to want more of that. But right now, at least, used in. Residual plastic, residual rubber. Oh, I can just make it with water. I'd rather go for a more useful recipe here. Let's start that scanning. I don't think I'm going to use that anytime soon. Ugh, that's even worse. Alright, well, I'm going to sit on those and hopefully start pulling some better recipes here. So I have the power, I've got everything I need. I just don't want to have to make a whole nother rubber refinery here for making turbo fuel. Looking at my recipe here. I am so tempted to just bring that heavy oil residue all the way down right now. And then I guess I'd have to bring the turbo fuel back or build another power station out here. Man, I want the recipe to just make heavy oil residue. I think that would be the most useful to me at the moment. Because if I don't need another plastic and rubber refinery, huh? It's a challenge right now, folks. Well, you know what? While this is going, I need to think about this before we commit to building a whole bunch of stuff. Let's take this back up to the main base and move the nuclear power research forward. I should have plenty of supercomputers now. I've got over 100 in my inventory. So I'm going to pull those out so that they keep building, because I can't remember if I hooked that up to a storage or not. And yeah, we're going to check on all this stuff. And while I do that, maybe we'll get lucky. We'll draw, in this next hard drive run, we will draw the hard drive that is the answer to all of our current conundrums. I mean, I suppose I could always just build it the way I was going to do it originally, with the compacted coal, but it just seems so inefficient when I have this better recipe. I just can't, I don't want to shut down my power generation by ganking the heavy fuel and hope that I can get everything up and running again in enough time before the whole world shuts down. I think that would be a mess. Oh no. We've definitely got a wonky power infrastructure here, though. Lots of bouncing around. I suppose I could take some of the stuff from there, too. There we go. Up. Let me tab over real quick while we're riding this thing. We'll go slightly slower for a second. There we go. Fix my other monitor. Sometimes my applications get mixed up. So I'm leaning heavily towards a base near our fuel production. But it's so far out of the way that I would have to have a pretty elaborate train system or something to bring materials all the way out to the edge of the base. I mean, or out to the edge of the world there, over the water. There's obviously a lot of space in order to build, but if I was going to do that, I could just build up anywhere here, really. Let's get the nuclear power going first, and then see what happens. I feel like nuclear power is going to be super complicated.
Milestone reached. The nuclear power plant produces dangerous radioactive nuclear waste. Fix-It reminds you that any extra limbs resulting from exposure to radiation are also contracted to work on project assembly. Fix-It also reminds you that willful exposure to radiation will not result in any bonuses regardless of how many functional limbs it produces.
Nice.
Project part number 7, the magnetic field generator, should enter production as soon as possible. Any unnecessary delays will be noted.
Yeah, well, we're not even making the previous part yet. We're out of biofuel again. This is why we're working on this this stuff. But let's dump what little materials I have. Keep those trucks moving. And we really got to start working on this new base layout. This is all mid-game spaghetti. I need next the radio units. Radio control units. What does that require? Back to needing crystal oscillators. We've got all the other materials easily. We can do this with rubber now, which is kind of cool. I've got lots of this quartz crystal out by the other base. We could bring rubber over there via a drone. And there's a copper node right out there. I could start making crystal oscillators out at the other base. We might do that here soon as like an interim thing just to get us going on these radio control units, because they're kind of a pain to craft by hand. And I'm just going to look at the tech levels. So today we unlocked aeronautical engineering and nuclear power. I could handcraft to get this one if I really wanted it. And then we're going to have to build some new stuff to start getting these fused modular frames, which we're still a little ways away from. I think the turbo motors that we have now were a requirement to get something in here. No? Man, I wish I could remember what I needed turbo motors for. No? There was definitely something I was looking at that was going to require them. Was it one of these researches? That's radio, that's supercomputers. Oh, there it is, turbo motors. All right, well, we're a ways away from this stuff, so I'm not really going to worry about it per se. And honestly, the more stuff that I unlock, the more my research in the MAM starts to fall behind on getting the recipes that I know I should already be able to get a hold of. I'm going to check on our aluminum supply. I can see that it's not making anything, so we're still good. I'm not using up the aluminum plates fast enough to matter, even with all the belts I've been creating. And I'm just curious how we're doing on computers and supercomputers now that this has been crafting for a while. So computer supply has actually dwindled somewhat. And I think that's just mostly because we're falling behind. Quickwire's falling behind. Interesting. Yeah, we're waiting on that. Okay. It's probably a good thing, though. I got 10 in there. Yeah, we don't actually have that many supercomputers if you count everything. There's 30, there's 50, and 100 in my inventory, so I have 180 supercomputers. I got plenty of Caterium ore. I think I'm just capping out. Oh, no. 45, 90, 180. And I'm bringing in 120 right now. So if I pump this up, at least I'll match my current capacity. 90, yeah, 180. That should help a little bit. And then this is using 12 per minute. Yeah, so we need more constructors to handle our quick wire. I could overclock it if I really wanted to, but it'd make more sense to clear up some room to put another few constructors down for this at some point. I don't know. This is, again, we're running out of space. I'd have to completely reconfigure this part of the base to ramp up the production on those supercomputers anymore. I'm not worried about it for right now, though. We've got enough for research, and once we start making parts, we'll be able to focus on this a little bit more. So we spent a lot of time. We got everything done except identifying where I want to build the new base. So I guess that's going to probably be my after-hours work for later this evening, is to try and track that down. I've got to just continue to fly around the map while we're doing these hard drive hunts and try and pick a spot to really commit to a base. Oh, that's interesting. A little bit of copper in that to make stuff. What is this? This is petroleum coke as well. See, this wouldn't be a problem if I was bringing everything over to where we're getting our oil and everything done. I could do my bauxite refining at the normal refinery and then put some petroleum coke in here to ramp up my aluminum. I just don't know if I need to ramp up my aluminum. I'm going to sit on this one as well. And we're not going to forget to start the next one. How many more hard drives? I think I've got some in here. Nope. So we got 3 more scans to go. Okay. Well, we're making progress. We're making progress. What else do we need to do now that we're back up at the base for a change? Oh, I'm actually full on spitter remains. I've been hanging on to those because I was going to summer sloop them into more recipes. This is blue slugs right now. Let's just clean these out. We're starting to get a few stacked up. And let's take a quick look at the map. We've at least uncovered a bigger chunk of it now. I've got 2 drones sitting up here with, I'm not sure if they're out of fuel or what's going on. We haven't checked on the drone bay in a while. That should be just accepting stuff and sinking everything that doesn't fit in the containers. They're not backed up though. So I don't know all ports. They're supposed to be coming back and forth from here. Maybe I'm just happening to catch them at a restocking time? Question mark? We might have to go check on them, but it's fine. It's not like I'm running out. Well, I'm running kind of low on plastic. I'm not running out yet, though. All right. Well, with all that said, I think it's time to wrap up the stream for the day. We don't have enough time to kick off any other projects. You know what? You know what we're going to do before we wrap things up? We're going to get our tickets. We haven't gotten tickets in a while. We're going to print all 95 of these guys. And we're going to go shopping. We're going to see what there is to buy in here that we haven't got yet. We're going to get the boombox. Oops, can I add to cart? Thank you. And I'm going to get all of the tapes that we can. 'cause why not? I've gotten most of these. We're gonna pick up what we can. I don't know what clean pipes are versus regular pipes, but you know what? We can get it. We can afford it. We've got 95 tickets to spend. Signs, yes. As we build the mega base, we're gonna definitely be using signs. I don't know that I need the boxes right now. Concrete foundation material. Ooh, some of that might be cool to have at some point, but some of this stuff is expensive. I'm gonna hold off on materials. I'm gonna hold off on crazy foundations. I do kind of want the windows though. Maybe we'll just pick all this up. The clean pipes are normal pipes, but without the overflow thing in the middle. Ah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Let me, where did those go? We're gonna grab those. Oh, wait. I added them anyway. I added all this stuff. I've got ladders. I don't know why we need these, but we're gonna get them. Pillars look cool. Structural frames could be interesting. Beams, railings, fences, road barriers. We will likely start to set up some blueprints to do our roads and stuff for when we do the train, or if we start doing more of these roads. And this is stuff I can buy rather than make. Oh, nice. We can definitely use that to move forward. 96. Alright, I need to get rid of a single one-ticket item thing. You know what? Fences look weird. We'll get everything else.
It is speculated that, in the earliest days of humanity, people created drums and similar instruments to derive pleasure and social unity from the rhythmic sounds, accompanied by gyratory movements. Congratulations for unlocking a device that, thousands of years later, fulfills exactly the same function, except with a requirement for rare metals and plastic components.
Well, there you go. We probably would have got a whole bunch of different messages if I hadn't bought them all at once. Let's play with this thing, though. R? Yeah, how do I change tape? Oh, look at this. All kinds of stuff. Oh, there you go. That's pretty cool. Now, do I have to have it out to play the music? I don't. Now, I heard somewhere that if I sink a ticket, that there's an achievement. So I'm gonna stick a ticket in there.
Fix-It sees what you did there. How creative. I have also been creative. There is something extra special for you in the awesome shop. It is a marvel of technology. It is truly the shape of the future. I will be sad if you do not use it and love it, and tell any friends you make in the future all about it.
So that unlocked the cyber wagon here. Unfortunately, I just spent all my tickets, so we'll have to wait until we get some more tickets to actually unlock that. Got a whole... Oh, I got 5 of them in my thing now. That's fine. Well, there you go, folks. We have unlocked a bunch of stuff today. We've got the start of a turbo fuel factory going, and we will be likely working on getting turbo fuel up and running tomorrow, and then we will also be working on figuring out where in this giant mess of a map we're going to build a more permanent base. Maybe I should do it down in this valley area, in between where all of my trucks and stuff are going. That might be a spot to do it. My gosh, this music is awesome, but it's really loud. Is there a separate volume for the boombox? There we go. Try something like that. I'll have to work on that. Either way, I think we're going to be moving on and wrapping things up today. Hopefully you've enjoyed the stream. If you have, hit that like button. It does help me out a lot. And thanks to everybody who came out in the chat and hung out for a while this afternoon. It was a blast. We'll be back tomorrow at noon Eastern Standard Time to keep working on this factory and hopefully get started on our main base. That's all for today. Keterk out.